Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Chuckles Madden. I'm your host, Chuckles152. You can catch me on YouTube, Twitter, and on TikTok at Chuckles152. And today, we have a special episode because the Philadelphia Eagles have got their man, Nick Sirianni, the offensive coordinator of the Indianapolis Colts, has signed to be the head coach of your Philadelphia Eagles. At least it's my Philadelphia Eagles. If you're just watching because you're an NFL fan, thank you again for supporting my channel. And, we now have a head coach in Philadelphia. And I thought it's time, since Nick is Italian, to show everybody the great things that Italy has shared with Philadelphia in hopes that another great gift to Philadelphia is Nick Sirianni. First, we got the Italian market. Anything and everything you could ever want to eat is here in the Italian market. It is one of the greatest places in Philadelphia. If you want a roast pig for your next barbecue, you head right here and you get yourself a fucking roast pig because I guarantee they have one. You want the freshest fruit? You want the freshest produce? Head to the Italian market. It is one of the greatest gifts Italy could have given Philadelphia. You know what else? Columbus Boulevard. It would never exist without Columbus, and he was Italian. You want one of the greatest Christmas cookies of all time? Well, get yourself a Pizzelle. Or go to the Italian market and buy yourself a Pizzelle iron, a classic Pizzelle iron, and make your own. You know what else? A fucking cannoli. Only one cannoli, you're my only hope. I love cannolis. I hope the Philadelphia Eagles, in honor of Coach Nick Sirianni, make the cannoli the official food of the Philadelphia Eagles. It's perfect timing. Cannolis in Lincoln Financial Field. I want cannolis. You know what else? Italians gave us pizza with pepperoni. What could be better? And in a final gift to Philadelphia, if nothing could be even better, the Italians gave us the Italian stallion, Rocky Balboa, the greatest fictional fighter to ever live. Look at this man. He was chiseled. Now, Nick Sirianni, one of the reasons he says he chose Philadelphia was because of Rocky Balboa, the Italian stallion. And it brings it all together. Just like this guy from Twitter, the Zompster. If you never seen him, the Zompster was a great Twitter personality, a heel, as he would say, in Eagles Twitter, who existed for a long time, but unfortunately Twitter saw it fit to give the Zompster the axe and get rid of him. Even though he loved Rocky Balboa, it did not save the Zompster from getting canceled from Twitter. He is another gift from Italy to us Philadelphians. Even though, let's be honest, the Zompster he's a New Yorker. So, we got Nick Sirianni. He's here to save Carson Wentz's career. Because these two guys, Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie, they put their two fucking brains together and they hired him because they think he can save Carson Wentz's career. Now, I do have some curiosity. I'm wondering, why was he chosen? But we'll get to that a little later. We're going to talk about this guy first. And why I think he kind of looks like a dork. I mean, he might be Italian, but come on, man. A visor with a pen in it, that doesn't reek cool to me. Then you come today, and that's what you wear? I mean, this is the most important job of your entire life. You are now the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. And you wear that? I mean, reeks dork to me. But what do you expect when two world-class dick-headed dorks like Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie are making the decisions for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, there is a rumor, and I don't know how true it is, but I'm going to give you the details of this rumor right now. Rumor has it, this guy right here, he wanted to hire Josh McDaniels, and he was going to choose every bit of Josh McDaniels' entire staff. Well, this guy, the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, he has his feelers everywhere. I mean, he puts this stuff out there, usually through this douchebag. This douchebag milkshake named Dave Spadaro, who is technically the Eagles insider, he's a world-class fucking douche nozzle himself. He's got a fucking tiny dick. I have personal beef with Dave, and if Dave, you ever see this, just remember that time that you were in Butch's Deli with the trash guys and you were talking shit. You'll remember. Anyway, Dave here, he reports back to Jeffrey, this is where the rumor is, that fans are like, fuck, Josh McDaniels? Take a big fucking turd on the Eagles for me, would you? And Jeffrey doesn't like bad press. So Jeffrey's like, well, fuck. I need to find a new coach because Josh McDaniels is not going to work, and that's who Howie wants, and Howie wants to pick the staff. And then in comes Nick Sirianni, and he's like, nah. First of all, Howie's wrong. I'm going to pick my staff, and here's how it's going to be. And that's what has happened. He's picked his whole staff. He's picked a very young staff, by the way. Won't get into who the staff is today. I greatly approve of the defensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator, in my opinion, I'm not going to show a picture of him, even though I'm going to say it. He looks like a pedophile, man. But he picked his staff, and the offensive coordinator, he seriously looks like he's in his 50s. He's 35 years old. He's my age, and he looks like an old pedophile, but I digress. So anyway, this world-class douchebag milkshake tells this dickhead right here that fans are not happy with Josh McDaniels. Don't let this dickhead pick the coach and the staff. So Jeffrey wavers, and he goes, you know what? I'm going to interview one more guy, this guy from the Colts. And this guy hits the fucking interview out of the park and forces Jeffrey Lurie's hand to hire him in hopes of resurrecting the career of Carson Wentz, bringing this guy back together with his hero, the Italian Stallion, in hopes that the Philadelphia Eagles can quickly rebound in the NFC East. That's my hope. I personally would not have gone with this outside of the box hire. I'm intrigued. I'm not going to tell you it's a bad hire. I personally wanted Eric Bieniemy, but I'm hearing rumors Eric Bieniemy didn't want the Eagles, which really, it kind of hurts my feelings because that means my team isn't that great of an option for Eric Bieniemy to come into. Now, if I didn't get Eric Bieniemy, there was other coaches I wanted. I really like defensive coaches. I think the Jets got a great coach, but I do know this is an offensive league. We watched an offensive coach, Andy Reid, just absolutely murder Sean McDermott last night. And Sean McDermott's one of my favorite coaches of all time. And, that's what happened because this is an offensive league. We now need this guy to work hand in hand with that guy to improve the Philadelphia Eagles because that's what we're stuck with. Because Howie Roseman's the GM and he's going to be the one making the shots on the personnel. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Go have a cannoli because that is one of the greatest gifts any Italian has ever given the world. And I appreciate you for listening and watching. Thank you. Please hit the like button, share, and let me know what you think. Have a good one.